Alec Deakin, a notable survival planning expert and author, teamed up with college professor Charles Green to compile an emergency contingency plan, giving you the tools and know-how to help you survive an electromagnetic pulse attack. Hi. It's Kendra here again. I am back to review the popular product called Darkest Days program. You'll find all my thoughts outlined in the video. In this video you're going to find a little bit of information about what you can expect from the product, some of the pros and cons, as well as my overall thoughts on it. Here's our test. Enjoy. Their course titled Darkest Days is a survivalist's guide revealing the details of what to expect from a crisis of this magnitude. Firstly, what is an electromagnetic pulse, EMP? Also known as an electromagnetic disturbance, an EMP is simply a flash of explosive electric or magnetic energy that can be conducted or radiated. An electromagnetic pulse could be a natural phenomenon or man-made and often used as a weapon. The effects are the same, however. A strong enough electromagnetic pulse could do serious damage to buildings as well as overloading power lines with high levels of energy, frying circuits and rendering electric appliances useless. In the wake of such a disaster there will be power outage across the affected areas. Food storage will rot due to lack of refrigeration, communications will be silent, not to mention that once night falls things will be cold and very silent. Make no mistake about it, an electromagnetic pulse can cause a world of bother. About now the apocalyptic aftermath described above is sounding like a zombie movie. How realistic is this scenario? The former House Speaker, Republican Newt Gingrich, seemed to think it was serious enough to warn us about the possibility years ago. Whether his perspectives proved to be baseless or not, when considering the possibilities, the axiom better to have and not need, than to need and not have comes to mind. This is exactly why Alec Deakin and Charles Green compiled their course on how to survive this crisis. Within the main guide of their Darkest Days course you will find advice covers a wide range of situations and scenarios as well as useful steps to equip you with the information necessary to protect yourself and those around you in the event of such an attack. Some of the main things you will find are, which foods and medicines will be crucial for the survival of you and your family. How communities operating off the electronic grid, for example the Amish, successfully store their medicines and perishables without refrigeration or power. How to create an effective shield that will protect important electronics from the destructive electromagnetic pulse. How to best keep your home and loved ones safe from the attacks of potential looters or other opportunistic and dangerous people. Alternative sources of energy that can provide sufficient energy to power up your appliances even if the rest of the city is in darkness. Some useful strategies that will keep your car in functioning conditions after an electromagnetic strike, and more. It is also important to note that in addition to the main book, the authors also offer a few bonus items that will offer other important information you won't want to be without. These bonus items are, make your own pharmacy. Here you will learn how to assemble a well-appointed and fully functioning pharmaceutical storehouse, as well as on how to guide to making home medicines and remedies. Off-grid home protection systems. This will show you how to defend yourself, your home and those important to you from attack. This can be seen as an instructional manual on how to secure your home from invasion when the world is off the grid. One of the most beneficial aspects of this survival course is that the information is not merely hypothetical but functional in daily application. Skills of food preservation can greatly improve home economics, and outdoor enthusiasts can also benefit from the knowledge of natural and homemade medications. Alec Deakin and Charles Green's survival manual Dark Days was not a fly-by-night project that was whipped up and shipped out in a hurry. It is a product of years of research and experience. For example, the authors say that Charles Green devoted an entire 2 years getting first-hand experience living in an Amish community. This gave him a keen insight on what you would likely have to face in the event an EMP strike, and the experience he gained is passed on in the information inside the Dark Days course. Aside from being available for download off the official website, The Dark Days book is also available for purchase in a hard copy version. This is a big advantage to people who prefer printed material over reading from electronic devices. Whether you choose the PDF or hard copy version of the manual, you won't spend a lot of money for the information found inside. Not only is the information worth a lot more in what you save in the long run, considering you endure an EMP attack, but much of the information can be used to improve your day-to-day life. In addition, none of the steps or projects require expensive components, and most of what you will need is probably already in your house. Should the Dark Days survival guide not yield the results you imagined, or for any other reason doesn't live up to the expectations you had, you can ask for a full refund within 60 days after your purchase. This guarantees means that you can try the product risk-free and return it if you think it is not for you. There are always plenty of rumors of EMP catastrophes just waiting to bust forth and disrupt our lives, and it could come from anywhere. A super electric storm could do the trick as easily as an atomic disaster. Back in 2010, articles in USA Today predicted EMP catastrophe in 2012. Obviously their predictions were exaggerated. But does that mean it will never happen? This largely depends on who you ask and who you trust. Something like this may never happen in your lifetime, and yet it could happen before you know it. Although both the hard copy and digital version are available, neither can be found in bookstores. They are only available for online purchase. To obtain any benefit from The Darkest Days, How to Survive an EMP Attack to the Grid course, you will require a bit of attention and dedication to the process. Reading through the manual will not actually do much good without taking time to implement and practice the activities described within. As with any other survival guide, The Darkest Days course has its advantages and disadvantages, and there is no doubt that some people who don't believe in the rumors of EMP catastrophes will see this as a useless guide for them. Even so, the fact that Alec Deakin and Charles Green offer a full refund guarantee for their course allow you to read all the material inside and then to decide for yourself if this is something that worth your time or not. In our opinion, this is a generous offer from the authors and something that you should absolutely take into account when making your final decision about this survival course. Back to the course itself, I must admit that personally I really like the way that Alec Deakin and Charles Green designed their main guide. It was written in a step-by-step approach and everything is really easy to understand inside. In addition, I also appreciate that they offer The Darkest Days book in both physical and digital editions, something that we don't see too much these days at similar survival courses online. All in all, if you want to be on the safe side and to be fully prepared for an EMP attack in case one will happen, then The Darkest Days How to Survive an EMP Attack to the Grid course can be a great choice for you. After all, if for any reason this guide doesn't live up to the expectations you had, you can always ask the authors for a full refund within 60 days. Well, if you're ready to try the program, you can get started by simply clicking on the link in the description below, articletrafficlink.com/darkestdays, to learn all of the details about the program. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for checking out my review. Wishing you the best, see you next time.